Hello, welcome back to Dramatic Discussions. I'm Satuli and I'm here with Honey.
Hi.
Haley.
Hello.
And Freddie.
Hello.
Today we are talking about my favorite and I think all of our most exciting podcast, teamwork and productive rehearsals.
Yeah, within devising.
All that comes with devising. There are layers to this.
Devising is an onion.
Yeah.
It's an onion.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think when it comes to teamwork, we all have a lot to say.
Yeah.
A lot of personal experiences,
Yeah,
a lot
definitely.
of advice, a
Both
lot of
positive
advice.
and negative, because we've got to be
Oh, yeah,
right?
of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are going to be talking about the importance of teamwork.
Yeah.
Because-
obviously, especially with COVID, because we were that COVID year, weren't we?
Oh,
yeah.
Having to do a devised performance with that.
Previous years, they, start their devised in about November, December of their year 10 year, finish it in about March. We started in November of year 10 and we performed in January of year 11.
Yeah.
we have a lot to say about.
There was a lot of
Yeah,
ups and downs for
definitely.
us, but we got through it.
Okay.
Survivors.
We are the onion.
So first we're going to talk about the importance of teamwork, specifically
Collaboration.
collaboration, compromisation of ideas. Everyone deserves a voice. Everyone should be heard.
Yeah, I definitely agree with
Absolutely.
that.
I think to maybe start off this discussion, I'm just going to say that I think one of the most important things is no matter how much you want it, sometimes you cannot work with the people you always want to work with.
This has turned into chaos. Right, back on track.
Sometimes you've got to find a way to make the team that you're given your dream team.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, of course.
You don't get your dream team, you make the team you have your dream team.
Yeah.
Exactly, and
Do you know
that's
what I mean?
probably, I think that's probably one of the hardest things to do, but probably the most important thing to do. What I've been telling my team is, there's always those people who say, I'm aiming for 50%. I'm just like, no, love, you're aiming for 100. We are
Aiming
all
for
aiming
110.
for 100.
Aim for the nines.
Yeah.
Aim for the A's.
Yeah.
Exactly,
Fred,
and
A
I
stars.
think from the beginning
Exactly,
to
yeah,
have
A
that
stars.
mindset and to have that positive mindset about the group, the stimulus, everything to do with devising, that is when you're going to get the results you want.
Yeah.
And I swear by that.
Also, the most important thing about teamwork is listening. If you do not listen to the rest of your group, to the other people telling you, this is what we need to do. This is when we have rehearsals.
Yeah.
Here's my idea. Then you're not going to do anything.
And I
You
think-
cannot devise a performance on your own.
Exactly.
It's never going to happen.
And I think when talking to your team, you need to make sure they're listening, but also make sure you're listening, And sometimes you do need to take a leadership role. You kind of need to be the head of the group, but that's not always, when you do GCSE, you usually work on episodic and each scene is kind of given to a person in the group, which allows them to kind of take the role of being a leader and a director.
Yeah, definitely. And I think obviously there's going to be times where ideas are going to need to be shut down because it's either just not working.
Sometimes you literally become attached to, I do that a lot. When I have an idea, I really want it to work, and it's so hard for me, honestly, I'm just being honest, sometimes it's so hard for me to literally step back and say, it's actually not going to work.
Yeah, because...
But sometimes you've got to do that.
Yeah.
It might hurt a bit, but you've got to do it.
And on top of that, learning to let go of your own ideas, but also learning to just say no. Sometimes someone says something that you maybe just don't think is a good idea, and that's fine. And it's fine as long as you have
a constructive way to go about it.
Yeah, I think the way that works best is, what I always say to everyone is when I'm in the drama room, I make it professional, because for us, I feel like in our drama class, we're all friends outside drama.
Yeah, that's
we're not just we're not just we're in the class that we have to be friends. We're actually friends outside of drama.
That's
so for us,
important.
I think the most important thing that I keep reminding people is that inside I be professional and I become the director or the actor or the designer, and then outside I always remind them what I say inside when I say no to an idea, there's nothing personal.
Nothing personal. It's
that's
for the
only
scene.
in a professional point of view, and it's so important to remember when you leave the drama room doors, leave the anger, leave the arguments, leave the stress inside the drama room.
Exactly.
And I think there will be times as a group where you do fight.
It sounds horrible, but it's when you truly care about a piece and you really want it to go well, you will be stressed, you will be angry, and you will maybe have a bit of an episode.
And you will literally put blood, sweat, and tears. Literally.
I think especially what happened with my group, obviously because of COVID and all, we literally went through a breakup. My group was, I think, 5 people, wasn't it? And then 3 people agreed to do monologues, and then it was me and somebody else who agreed to do a duologue.
This is not normal. Like,
this is not normal.
Yeah.
Not
this
normal
is just
circumstances.
obviously this is COVID circumstances.
We were the COVID GCSE class.
And so, you know, we had to make that decision to break up to benefit everybody else.
Yeah.
You know, when you're in a group, you're always thinking about your own grade, but it's so important to remember that everyone's grade matters and everyone is going to affect each other in the performance. You know, it's so important to remember that.
When you're performing, though, you have to be selfish. You've got to outshine everyone else.
Absolutely.
You work as a team. That's so important to complete your piece and whatever else. But when you get on there and you're on stage, be as selfish as you possibly can.
It's competitive.
And at the end of the day, you're an actor, you're a performer, so go out there and perform the best you can.
Exactly. I think we do need to talk about productive and effective rehearsals.
Commitment is something that when I'm in a group, I expect from everybody.
Oh my God.
We
actually just started devising. The first thing I said to my group was, okay, everyone, we need to be 100% committed. We have to have commitment.
But yeah, Friday rehearsals, Saturday rehearsals.
Yeah.
You know, if you turn up for rehearsal and you give it your 100% and the rest of your group doesn't do that, that is so disheartening.
It doesn't only hurt professionally, it hurts personally.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When you're giving it your 100.
It's definitely kind of frustrating when you're taking the time out of your day to go and do a rehearsal.
Well, yeah, if you're taking time, you expect it from everyone else.
It's just discouraging.
Yeah.
You know?
So that's the point that we're trying to make here is
be
commitment.
the one that
rehearsal.
shows up to rehearsals without being asked, you know,
on time,
and
don't be the one reason for everybody to be a little bit demotivated.
Don't be the reason. Just don't be the reason.
Yeah. Just avoid it.
And
in order
important is plan.
Yeah.
We actually 3 of us were in a group for GCSEs, and I remember
minus me.
Yeah, minus Mahaley.
No, Mahaley.
And we made a schedule of when we were going to do our rehearsals, and obviously drama is a subject you cannot predict, but and so obviously we didn't 100% stick to the schedule. We didn't, but it really helped.
Yeah.
Communicating with your group about the plan. You know, communicating that okay, we're going to do a rehearsal on this day every week.
I think balance is so important.
And that actually happened with me and my partner because of obviously some personal reasons. My partner couldn't be into every rehearsal that I was in, and I realized how independent I had to be in the sense that I had to find a way to figure out movement on the stage. But you know, it might not have been the best performance in the entire planet, but it's something I'm proud of. Because
if you, as a group, are getting close to your performance day and you do not feel ready at all, you need to discuss that and be like, okay, I don't feel ready. Can we add extra rehearsals? Don't be afraid to ask for extra rehearsals.
You've got to sacrifice a bit of your social life.
It's crucial. It's crucial because when it comes to the day of your performance, no tears, no complaining, no regrets. When it comes to the day of your performance, manifest the best performance you can.
And you have to support each other. If something goes wrong in that piece, somebody move it on.
You know, I think that's one of the reasons why getting close to your group is so important, because then you can read their face. You can read their body language so well to the point where they don't need to tell you what to do if something goes wrong on stage in the actual performance.
And I think
in our performance,
we had a very interesting story. It was the day of the performance, but
like a rehearsal before that.
We did a rehearsal before that where it was filmed.
Yeah. Just in case that was the performance.
Within it, we had our scene, and then I was supposed to perform a monologue.
Oh yeah.
And in this performance, we were doing the scene. Everything was going swimmingly. I was actually so impressed. And then everyone kind of got into a position, and I was very confused. I was like, "What is going on?" And so I followed them. And it was at that moment that it hit me that I'm supposed to be doing my monologue right now.
I mean, it was probably not the best save.
Yeah, and also I completely broke character. I was in
I think honestly, in those kind of moments though, you have to work together and figure out where to go, you know.
I think the one thing that was really important is if you do mess up, it's going to be annoying and you might be a bit disheartened. I know I was, but don't let it affect you.
Yeah.
You know, just kind of roll with it and be like, okay.
If you have an issue with someone, if something's not going well,
it's so important that you bring it up because you're going to regret it so
much. You don't need to be mean. You don't need to be horrible. You just say like,
this isn't working. This is what I think needs to change.
It needs to be constructive because otherwise people lose motivation. And you know,
it's just horrible when you get to the day of your performance and you realize there is so much that I should have said that could have changed so much.
There were tears on the day of our performance.
There was tears, absolutely. And it's so hard, personally, to see other members of your team obviously demotivated, not into it, and that shouldn't happen.
Yeah, so
support each other. And I also, going on to productive and effective rehearsals, if you have a designer, like you need to do some sessions where you run through sound, lighting, props.
Designers are just as important.
They're so important, and they as well as the actors have to turn up.
They bring the whole piece together.
They bring the piece together.
Yeah.
They're
and
crucial.
moving on from that design point to like just design points in general, whether you have a designer or not, you know, making sure that you have rehearsals where you do focus on your sound, your props, your lighting, and not just acting and blocking and being like, okay, I'm going to stand here and say this line, and then I'm going to stand over there and make that line. You do need to take the time to do that.
Honestly, for the audience, the most important thing is that you work together. You tell people how you feel.
The audience will be able to see if you cannot work together, if you cannot communicate together. Like, the audience will understand.
There are moments when I know from personal experience when I have messed up on stage and it puts me off for the entire performance. And those are things that could have easily been avoided with just a few extra rehearsals.
And do whatever works for you as a group.
Yeah,
if writing a script works, if it doesn't work, then that's absolutely fine. It's really important to, you know, kind of bond.
Should we do a bonding exercise right now?
I think so.
Yes, go on.
I think we should do a bonding exercise.
So, for the record, 3 of us, me, Satuli, Honey, and Freddie, have worked together for our GCSE device.
I have actually never had the opportunity to work with the 3 of you.
For A-level, it's me and Honey with some other of our incredible students at A-level, as well as and then the other group is Mahaley and Satuli, and actually
a few other people.
But me and Mahaley have never worked
ever in a performance.
Even in
I think though we all, obviously because we bond outside of drama.
I feel like it's so important. As part of me feels like it's important to be friends outside drama because it makes it easier to talk sometimes. It makes it I feel like it's two ways. Sometimes you don't want to hurt their feelings. Sometimes it's like, oh my god, I need to rant to you about this and this.
But you're also more comfortable to turn around and say, look, this is not a good idea. We need to change it around.
Let's do bonding exercise. Okay. Go on.
So should we? Okay, imagine we're on a desert island. This is a typical one, but imagine we're on a desert. A tropical island. I was a tropical island, not a desert island.
But it's isolated.
It's isolated tropical island.
But it's cute.
It's how are the 4 of us, who I would say are all leaders. I think all of us are very strong-headed.
We're all very capable of
very
big-headed
in a sense.
Yeah, positive big-headed.
Positive, but yeah.
Okay, I'm going to ask everyone who they would take.
Okay.
And in this circle?
Yeah, in this circle.
So only one person?
Yeah, one person, and why you think you would work well as a team.
Right, okay.
Right, so does anyone want to go first?
No.
I'll go first.
Right,
I'll go first. You know, I think we'd all work really well
I
on a desert island, but I think I'd probably take Honey, because I think we've worked together on a lot of pieces, and we've worked together just in general, and we have a lot of classes together, and I think we know each other quite well, and I think that means that we're more than capable of, you know, figuring out, you know, how we're going to survive, how we're going to get food, water.
What do you think will happen in terms of that you're both very, very persistent PS?
I think I'd be really annoying.
Do you think you get into argument?
I might get a bit hangry, you know. maybe all the coconuts might make me a bit crazy.
But yeah, no, I think being in classes together, kind of bonding over different things, like being friends is what makes a good team.
Exactly.
Does anyone else want to go? We'll do a last one and then
I guess running out of time.
Yeah, possibly. I think the person I would take, but see, it's really different for me because obviously me and Stuli live together. We literally do life together. So
you were roommates.
We're roommates, so it's only natural to say that I think we'd obviously, you know, we work well together.
Yeah, definitely.
And obviously Han's a vegetarian, so I wouldn't pick her.
Whoa.
She'd really be pulling me back with her vegetarian vibes. But yeah, I just think we'd have that communication. I think we'd both be able to fight off some, you know, apes or whatever.
Yeah, but I
think we're both apes. We think we're physically capable.
I know.
When did it turn into like?
Anyways, right. Yeah, so making a great team is just being close, talking to each other. You're gonna have arguments.
Yeah.
But
that's life.
knowing that it's not personal.
Yeah.
Can I just say, I feel like every podcast so far I've said an inspirational quote, so I'm just going to say one now.
Go on.
I think everyone always says put blood, sweat, and tears into it, but I think what we all forget is to put our heart into it. If you put your heart into it,
I feel
like just go up there and be proud and love it.
I have argued so much with the people I've worked in the past. Obviously not you guys because I haven't worked with you.
Yes,
but you know, at the end of the day, you realize, you know, it's all happened well. It's all been good.
I think that is a good way to end the
Moving
episode.
on.
That was our podcast on teamwork, productive rehearsals, and effectiveness. So we hope you enjoyed. We hope you learned something, and that is a wrap.
Peace out.
Bye.